Hi, welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are doing great. As a SketchUp user myself, a year ago, I realized that although SketchUp could possibly do everything with the help of plugins, learning a dedicated modeling and rendering tool was equally important as a student of architecture. It took me weeks and a few failed attempts to get started with Blender. That time the version being used was 2.79 and the UI wasn't that great. But a lot has changed since then, so let's get started. Blender is an open source software, which means it is available on the web for free. To download Blender, go to blender.org's website and hit the download button on the main screen. After you click the download button, you will be redirected to the download page. From there, you can select the operating system and choose the latest version for download. Also, you can download earlier versions of Blender. For tutorial purposes, I will be recording Blender on 2.82 version, but I recommend you downloading the latest version for best support. In SketchUp, as you all know, there's a tool set on the top and there's a larger tool set on the left for accessing the tools, and there are shortcuts for that. Similarly, in Blender, as you can see on the left, there's a toolbar which can be accessed or hidden by pressing T on the keyboard. By pressing T, this will give you access to some very basic tools such as select box, cursor, move, rotate, scale, transform, annotate, and measure. There are many more tools in Blender, but these are the very basic ones. Also, these will have a shortcut assigned to them. On the right, there's a scene collection which will have all the objects in them. Scene collection is basically an equivalent of layers in SketchUp or Photoshop. As Blender is a very vast software, on the top you can see various modes which can be accessed by clicking on them. The various modes are layout, modeling, sculpting, UV editing, etc., which are very function specific, and we will be looking into some of them in a later videos. When you first open SketchUp, you see a person standing and there are some access lines. Similarly, in Blender, when you open it first, there's a default cube of 2 by 2 units, a camera, and a point light. The other thing you can notice is that there are two axis lines. The green one is the Y axis line, the red is the X axis line, but there is no Z axis line. To enable that, we can go to viewport overlay over here, select this, and select the Z axis as well. There are many other options in the viewport overlays which we'll see in a later videos. On the right side of the viewport, you can see some more options. The first one is switching the perspective view to orthographic view, the shortcut for which is 5 on the number pad. The second one is toggle the camera view. As you can see, there's a camera in the viewport. We can see the object through the camera, the shortcut for which is 0. We can also toggle out by pressing 0 again. Third one on the list is move the view. Moving the view is basically panning across the viewport, which can be done by holding shift on the keyboard and pressing the mid mouse button. Over here you can see now we can pan across the viewport. Just like in SketchUp, you can shift the view from top to left or right. Similarly in Blender, you have shortcuts for that, which will increase the speed of your workflow by huge amount, so please note them down. When you press 1 on the numpad, you will be taken to the front view. 3 will take you to the right view, 7 to the top view, and 5 will bring you to the perspective view. Now if you want to do the opposite of them, you just have to press that number. Just this time you will also hold control key with that. So if you want to go to the back view, you can press control 1. If you want to go to the left view, you will press control 3. Now please guess what will be for the bottom view. I think you guessed it right. It will be control 7. Now you might ask, what view am I even shifting to and how do I know that? The answer to that is you can see this over here. As you can see, it's written bottom orthographic. Now if I shift to the right orthographic by pressing 3, you can see it changed and it said right orthographic. Similarly, if I press 1, it must say front orthographic. Now if I press 5, it will say front perspective. The other major change that you will see is that when you are in front orthographic, you can see some grid lines and the axis lines. When we shift from the front orthographic to the front perspective view by pressing 5, the axis lines and the grid lines are disappearing, which will tell you that now you are not in orthographic view but in perspective view. So please keep that in mind as well. For now, let's keep it to this. Try opening Blender and just interact with the UI. Hover your mouse and try to get a hang of this powerful tool Blender, and do not forget to revise the shortcuts we have learned today. I'll also add it in the description below. If you learned something from this video, hit the like button, subscribe if you are new to the channel. Hit the bell notification icon to stay tuned for upcoming videos. And guys, do not forget to share it with other SketchUp users who are wanting to make a shift to Blender but are unable to do so. Thank you for watching this video. Stay safe and happy blending.